February 26, 1945, Canadian tanks attacked Germany's last line of defense west of the Rhine. This was one of the heaviest battles on the Western Front during World War II. The Germans, outnumbered and desperate, were determined to defend the fatherland at any cost. The Canadians were lured into a trap, and the armored advance turned into a fight for survival. Every move was critical. At stake was nothing less than the fate of Germany. The battle was for control of a patch of farmland known simply as the Hochwald Gap. Imagine the Rhineland today, fertile, peaceful farmland. But in the winter of 1945, it was the scene of one of the most ferocious and costly battles of the Second World War. February 1945, the war in Europe enters its final months. Allied armor rolls into the German Rhineland, led by the 1st Canadian Army. Their objective, the Rhine River and beyond it, central Germany. Their mission, to hook up with British forces, push east and capture bridges across the Rhine at the German town of Xanten. The Canadians amassed a major strike force, 90,000 troops, 1,300 artillery pieces, and over 1,000 tanks. Their armoured workhorse was the Sherman 5 tank, a 32-ton machine with a short-barreled 75 mm gun and 51 mm of frontal armour. But the Germans had the Panther tank, armed with a high-velocity 75 mm gun and protected by 80 mm of sloping frontal armour. One of the best designed tanks of World War II. However, in the winter of 1945, it was sheer numbers that counted, and the Germans were at a disadvantage. February 26, 1945. Operation Blockbuster was underway. The Canadians launched Phase 1 of the operation to take and hold the German-occupied Kalkar Ridge, clearing the way for the main attack against the Hochwald. The battle began with an artillery barrage by 700 Allied guns. The sound was tremendous, shaking the ground like an earthquake. The Canadians pressed into the minefields, but the Germans were ferocious in their defense. Despite the danger, Canadian tank crews, including the Sherbrooke Fusiliers, pushed on. They encountered German tanks, Panthers, and engaged in deadly close-range combat. The Canadians had some additional firepower. The Sherman Firefly, armed with a long-barrel high-velocity cannon, a true tank buster. The fighting was intense. The Germans used every advantage of the terrain, but the Canadians were relentless. After days of brutal combat, the Canadians finally took Kalkar Ridge. Their mission was far from over, though. The Battle of the Hochwald Gap was a pivotal moment in the Canadian campaign in the Rhineland. Despite facing fierce German resistance, the Canadians pushed forward, securing their objectives and paving the way for the Allied advance into Germany. This battle stands as a testament to the bravery and determination of the Canadian forces, who fought tirelessly under incredibly harsh conditions. Their efforts were crucial in the final push to victory in Europe. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you next time.